Virtual reality is changing policing around the world, and Halton Police is the first service to roll out the new training in the entire country.
We put an officer into an environment dealing with schizophrenia or autism or a mental health crisis. And for the first few minutes of the scenario, the officer is actually in place of the person in crisis. So you actually kind of feel and see what they're experiencing. And based on that, it changes the lens in which you approach the situation, because a few minutes later, you are then put back into the scenario as the responding officer. And that truly is a game changer for the way we look at how we approach these types of people in crisis.
Halton Police has 20 Oculus Go headsets that will be used for the empathy-based training in the new year. And Deputy Chief Roger Wilkie says it will open more doors with community partners who specialize in mental health as well as more localized needs.
We are going to work collaboratively with our community partners to help drive what curriculum we build. So, for example, we have a large deaf community in Halton. We would like to build a scenario rooted in that so that we can teach our officers to be more empathetic when it comes to responding to people who are deaf.
Halton Police is partnering with Axon, who leads the way in public safety technologies. And they say the virtual empathy training will help officers in the field considering using force less and less.
It's taking that de-escalation component of policing and it is putting the officers in the shoes of the person in crisis, and it builds that empathy. So when officers can understand from the subject's perspective what they're going through and build that empathy, they're less likely to be stressed and tend to resort to force less, or even the threat of force.
For Sergeant Dave Priest in the Training Bureau, testing out the new empathy-based training has shown him how policing in Halton will change for the better.
And so it gives officers a consistent experience that they may never find throughout their careers, and it will set us up much better to allow them to de-escalate situations in real life.
For Halton News, I'm Natalie Stoberman.